Hi, today we're going to do a letter, example letter. I'm using the Professional Business Associates Style and Reference Manual, 2018-19 edition. First thing we're going to do is up on the ribbon on the home button, we are going to change the font to 12. Make sure it is Times New Roman. Come on over here and let's get the line spacing on 1. And then in the Layout tab, under Margins, go to Custom Margins, and you want to make sure that the top has 2 inches. You can see it already has that there, but yours might not. 1 inch on the left, 1 inch bottom, and 1 inch on the right. And push OK. The reason you have all this space up here is for a business logo or a letterhead. So we're going to start off with the date. Make sure you put a comma after the number of the day and then the year. And after the date, you're going to hit enter 4 times. And this is where you are going to put the name of the person the letter's to, and her address. So if Sally Smith had a title, like president of the, if this was going to a company, she was the president or the secretary or whatever, you'd put her title there. But Sally Smith is not in that situation, so we're just going to go ahead and put her address. And then push enter again. And her city. And obviously I'm making the address up in the city. Her state will be anywhere, so she lives in just about anywhere. And then zip code. And I don't know if that's a real zip code or not, but if it is, it doesn't go to just about anywhere. Okay, so next you are going to do a double space, hit the enter bar twice, and we are going to put in the greeting. We are going to go with Dear Mrs., because she doesn't go by Mrs. Smith. Now here we're going to use the open punctuation, which means you don't put a comma or a semicolon or a colon after the greeting. Again, you push the enter bar twice for double space. Now this is where you would put the reference. I didn't plan to put a reference in on this letter, but I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then you're going to hit cap lock. The reference for this, I'll just go ahead and put, oops, I didn't put cap lock. Why is not cap lock? Okay, so this is an exciting letter. It's about a grand prize. So again here, you're going to hit enter twice. Make sure you turn the caps lock off. And this is where the body of the letter is going to be placed. Okay, and I went ahead and pre-typed that body of the letter. I'm just going to go ahead and paste it in there. Oh, got to do Control V. There we go. Now I see that something is going on here. You can see that this, which I know I have set up right, doesn't match this. So let's see what we got going on here. Go home. That says New Times Roman 12. Same there. It's spacing that's not... Oh, I know what's happened. This is because I pushed enter and I didn't push enter here. Let's see if we can. Well, isn't that curious? Okay, actually, I know what happened here. I'm going to see if we can fix this together. It'd be a good learning example for everyone. I went to Layout tab, and see the spacing before and spacing after. I need to have that spacing after at 0. So let's see if we can select the whole page. Control A. No, that didn't do it. Control A. And put that down to not auto, but 0. Just fixed it. Look at that. We did it together. Excellent. Okay, that looks way better. See how this now matches this. Excellent. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so after the body of the letter, the next thing that we're going to put in is the closing. So you're going to do a double space, and we're going to use sincerely. And again, no comma, no semicolon. It's open punctuation. You can use best wishes, with love, depending on who you're sending the letter to, of course. Now here you need to hit the enter bar 4 times. And then you put the name of who is sending the letter, not necessarily who's writing it. You may be writing it for an employer or a friend. And again, if he has a title, in fact, let's give him a title. VP of All of Us, which is the charity organization that I made up. And you have this big space between sincerely and his name so that he could sign it if it was something being printed out. Emailed, of course, he wouldn't sign it. Now you do a double space. Since Henry did not write this, I did, I'm going to put my initials here. And they need to be in lowercase. And you'll watch when I advance from here, it's going to capitalize that first one. So you need to go back over here and make it a lowercase again, and then hopefully it'll just stay that way. Now, if you're sending other papers with this letter, you have to indicate that. And you indicate it by either putting enclosure if you're sending one with it, or enclosures if you're sending more than one. I am going to send one with this, so I will put enclosure. Oops, enclosure. That's still not right. Yes. There we go. And then again, if you were sending this letter to another person besides Sally, you would double space, indicate it with a C that you'll have to go back and make it lowercase. Nope. Let's see if it happens again. Lowercase. There we go. And then you would put the person's name that is receiving it, but we are actually not sending that to anybody else. So that is it. That is how you do a letter in the Professional Business Associate Style and Reference Manual, 2018-19 edition. Thank you.